welcome back to Top That Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another Magic Tuesday. You knew it was coming, and now here it is. Today we're going over levitation. Now, levitation is just so awesome because really magicians have been levitating things for centuries, whether it's a ring, a coin, a card, or even a person. They've been doing it forever, and maybe you've seen it, maybe you've seen David Blaine or David Copperfield, or even me personally on my channel doing levitations, and you've just wanted to be able to do those. So today I'm not only going to be showing you a few different ones that you can do yourself, but also talking about different types of levitation, which ones are the best, which ones work for which reasons, and what you should know before you get into levitation so that you can pick the right decisions and get what is the best quality and best fit for you. So without any further ado, let's get right into the first levitation. Before we get into the first one,
but I want it now!
Let me just give you a rundown about what we're going to be going over today. So first up on the menu, you could say, I'm going to be showing you a very cool trick that you can do with a rubber band and a ring. The rubber band does have to be broken, but it is really cool, and I'm also going to be showing you and talking about that, but also ties. If you don't know what those are, they're basically invisible thread, but they're an elastic band, and I did purchase those from Penguin Magic, so I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of that, as well as this. I'm also going to be talking about something that I haven't personally bought yet. I'm considering buying, but I do know a good amount about, which is ITR. If you don't know what that is, it's an invisible thread reel. So it's basically invisible thread, but it's wrapped around a loop. You can easily control it. You can lock it. You can do a lot of different sorts of things with it. I'm going to be talking about, as well as this, a very cool and easy like card float that you can do at any point. It's super simple, and honestly it just looks really good. That you can really do with any card, borrowed deck, it doesn't matter. And I'm also going to be showing you just the gist of what levitation is. I'm going to be talking about it, what the costs are depending on what you're buying, and really just what I like, but mainly I'm not going to try and like say this is definite, because I want you to be able to find what you like and really figure it out for yourself. So let's get into the first one. Now, this is a very simple trick. All it requires is one ring and a broken rubber band, and basically the gist behind it is that you have most of the rubber band clenched in one fist, and you're stretching out the rest of it so it looks like as if I was just holding the actual rubber band, but in reality I'm barely holding any of it. It's just stretched out. Now beforehand, what I do is I take this tiny little bit, I put the ring on it, and then I grab the part and I pull. Now it looks like the ring is completely on, but of course we all know I have a ton more already inside of my hand. Now basically what's happening is I'm slowly using my right hand to let go of that, the rest of the rubber band. I'm slowly putting it out, and the ring is still in the same spot, but it looks like it's going up because it's actually just releasing that thing, right? So it's like this. I'm slowly, sorry, give me 1 second. It's like this, and I'm slowly letting go. You can see that that part's coming up, and then the ring looks like it's floating. It's very simple to do. So like I said, basically just put this part into your hand. You're going to grab here. You have barely any left. Put the ring on that end. Pull it. You don't want it directly up. It won't go up, as you can see. You want it at a sort of like a, almost like a slant, like if you were trying to just, it's kind of hard to explain, but you really just want just a small slant, and that's going to allow you to do it. Now you can do it slowly, but you can also do it really fast if you want, just like boom. And I feel like sometimes that looks better, but of course there's some of you like me who just really like to do it slow and gradual. I feel like it looks better, so you can also do that. But that is going to be the first one. Now I like this. What do I think about this? This is a good trick. It is. And I definitely think for those of you that don't want to spend money, you already have a ring, you already have some rubber bands, or they're really cheap at the Dollar Tree, you could get this, then it's a great idea. But for those of you that want solid levitation, it's okay. It can be figured out. I've had people, oh, you're obviously just letting out. Like, it can be figured out. It will sometimes. And it's not amazing. It's good. It's not costly, but in my opinion, it's just not the coolest trick. But of course, if any of you guys like it, feel free to do it, you know? Like, it's definitely a cool trick, and I do like that it is impromptu. I mean, I carry rubber bands around my hands generally because I never know if I'm going to need them, and also so I can do tricks at any point with them. So, and it's really easy. You just break it, or you already have one broken in your pocket or your wallet or whatever, and I mean, a lot of us wear rings, so if you do, you'll already have a ring. But that is the first one. Now let's get into the next one. Next one just uses one playing card. In this instance, I'm using just the 4 of clubs. But it's really a pretty cool trick. Basically, you're going to be making it look like you're making the card float like this. And it is kind of hard because of the angles and stuff, but it's pretty easy to get down. Basically, if I come over here, you can see all that's happening. I have my 4 of my fingers out here, and then behind, I'm just using my thumbs to hold it like this, and I'm just moving them up and down like this. But it's cool because the other fingers cover that motion, and so you can, like, every now and then, you can see I'm flashing right here. So you want to try and keep it down, but honestly, it's a really good trick. Just you gotta watch your angles. But this is literally all that I'm doing. I'm just going up and down. You know, you can go all the way down. And so I think something that helped me too, because when I first started, I was flashing a lot, but I realized that it was because I had my thumbs too high up on the card. So I actually moved them all the way down, basically, and it really is a whole lot easier to do it. In my opinion, this is something you really got to pull down, but like you can't go as much up. Sorry about that. But honestly, this is another good one. You just got to practice those angles, making sure that you're not flashing at all. Another good one, again, it wouldn't cost you much if you have a deck of cards. I mean, if you have just one card lying around, you can do it. I mean, unless you're missing thumbs, but that's kind of weird. But anyways, but overall, the trick, it's good, it's solid, it's decent. Again, I don't like how bad the angles are at sometimes. Like, you really gotta watch your angles, and I feel like it kind of like takes away from actually doing the trick. But overall, once again, if you're just looking for like cheap things that you can do at any time, impromptu, this is a good one for you. Now let's get on to one of my favorites, which is ties. These are a invisible elastic thread, and first of all, I just want to say thank you so much to I believe it was Yigal Masika who created ties. Very, very genius. This obviously is not my creation. This goes out to him, but really that's all they are. So let me show you just the general part, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, you aren't supposed to show the gimmick. But with ties, I mean, they even say what it is inside the actual, like, page where you buy it. They tell you it is an invisible elastic thread, and honestly, all thread looks the same, so it's not like you don't know what it generally looks like. I'm not going to be teaching all of it because, again, I do want you to buy it, because it's not like I'm being sponsored by him, but it is a good trick. I enjoy it a lot. But if I don't even know if you're going to be able to see this on the camera, but if you can see, man, this is hard to see. Maybe if I put it against my skin, you can kind of see it, but you can see that tiny little black thread right there, right here, it's moving now. That is basically a tie, and I can try to get a little bit more light in here if you want to see it. I don't know if that helps at all, but, oh, not too much light. But you can see that tie right there is right along my hand. And like I said, obviously it's kind of hard to see it, but that's the point of it, because they don't want you to be able to see it. But this is honestly this was so worth it. They teach you multiple different things, one of which was a trick that I did in the performance, which was being able to float a rubber band using static electricity. You give it a rub. Oops. Sorry. You give it a rub like this, and then you can float it, you can drop it, you can do whatever you want. Honestly, ties are so cool, and so what I think about them, I think it was 100% worth it. I am going to recommend, they do sell them, I believe, in 20 packs and in 40 packs, and I'm going to recommend, I know it costs more, but buy the 40 pack. That's what I did. And I'm so glad I did, because the truth is you're gonna break a bunch of them, especially when you're first starting. And that's like the first thing they go over in the video is like, you have to, they tell you what they know of it, like you shouldn't sleep in it, although I have before accidentally, and they actually did last like 2 nights in a row. I didn't even realize, I forgot, and then they still worked, which is crazy. But still, it's not recommended, and they do teach you a few things like you should or shouldn't do. You probably shouldn't shower with them on, etc., etc. But overall, the durability is insane, and I mean, you are going to break some when you first start. That's, yeah, I mean, if you know anything about invisible thread, that's just what happens, because you don't know the boundaries until you break the boundaries. You know, it's kind of like life. But overall, I think the durability is really good, but I would recommend buying the 40-pack, because I went over, I think, 10 in like 4 days, and now I just got through. I'm still in my 2nd pack now, because I've learned more what they're able to do. But overall, they're really good. They also have a really cool haunted deck trick that they teach, where like someone picks a card and then you're dribbling and it shoots out. Very cool. I've always wanted to do that one, and I'm really glad that I can do that now. It is harder. Like, it's easier to break your ties with that trick, but it is fun. And so overall, I think ties, if I was rating these, ties would be easily an 8 or 9 out of 10, whereas the other 2 would probably just be 4 or 5s, because they just weren't that good. But ties is very, very cool. Now, finally, getting into the last one, which I don't own, but I have seen a lot about, which is ITR, which stands for Invisible Thread Reel. Now, basically, ITR is, generally, it's something that goes on your hand. So, for example, something that I've really been wanting to get, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get it, is called Tarantula Tube, also by Yigal Masika. He makes, obviously, a lot of levitation products, but basically, from the research I've done, it is a finger shell that sits on that. It goes like right here, and it makes it look like it's your finger. And basically, what it has is at the front, it has a button, which is the locking mechanism. And so you can make things float up. You can make them go side to side. But the coolest part about it is that you can get it to lock in place, where the invisible thread will stop, and it won't just keep going. But you can also make it, so you can like make something be over there, and it's not coming to you, and then you let go of the locking, and then obviously the reel will pull it back into your hand or something like that. Honestly, I think it's just really, really cool idea, and I will, if I ever buy one, I will do a review on it, because I will be very excited to get it, and I'd like to tell you guys after I try it out what I think of it. But overall, I honestly can't tell you the truth about it, because I don't have it, but from what I have heard, it seems to be a good product. But I mean, levitation is very cool, and I think it's definitely something you should get into, but the truth is, it takes time, it takes money, and a lot of times it takes trial and error, breaking the thread, learning different methods. You have to really find what fits you, and I think that's the moral of levitation, that there's no one good trick. Maybe someone likes one trick more than another person. Maybe it fits their personality more than another person. And overall, whether you're doing floating a ring, floating a coin, floating a card, whatever it may be, maybe somebody's better than you at it. But really, I think the gist of what I've learned over many years, 2 or 3 years of trying different types of levitation, is just go out there, look it up, find tutorials on YouTube, find people like me, support my channel, support theirs, buy products that seem interesting to you, and just try it out. Just find what fits you best, what is the best that you enjoy the most, and then go do that. That's really all I can give you, Hey guys, this has been such a fun journey. I love this video. I really enjoyed making it, because I got to go back through my boxes of different tricks and just try out different ones that I learned that I completely forgot I even knew how to do. But overall, this has been a really fun video, but it has come to the end. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you did enjoy this video, you do want me to post more magic reviews. This was my first one, kind of, but I did enjoy making it. But if so, make sure that you support me by smashing subscribe and liking the video. I do appreciate it. We're getting so close to that goal of 100 subscribers. It's just around the corner. I can't wait. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you guys in the next video.